Hi there, my name is Gideon. I'm also known as Gideon Slight, and I am your creatively fit coach. A lot of my students are new to acrylic paints, and I wanted to make short little videos to introduce them to all of the should knows and a little bit of information that will make your start off point into the journey of acrylic painting and your creative expression at the canvas a little bit easier. So for this first video, I'm going to just be talking about what is acrylic paint and how to dispense it on your palette and what is a palette. So join me in my studio now as I show you these inside little tricks of the trade. In my studio setup, I have a palette. It's called a tear off palette. It's by Prime Art, and you can find something similar in your art supply store. This really just makes my life a lot easier to mix and dispense my paints for when I'm painting, but at the same time we can also use other materials to use as a palette. So now that you know what these tear-off palette sheets look like, I also wanted to show you alternative ways that you can create a palette. The first is my polystyrene containers that my fruit and veg comes in. This really is lightweight, and because it is also a type of plastic, the paint doesn't dry out as quickly on it, and it's a great way to recycle. I also like to use these plastic picnic plates that you can find at your local grocery store, or even a paper plate for that matter, because all you really need is a flat surface where you can dispense your paint on and then mix it on, and it's something handy that you can hold in your hand. Now, another tip I would like to share with you is sometimes we get into painting and then we've maybe dispensed a little bit too much paint and we need to go to the store or we need to run an errand. And one of the ways that you can save your paint and not allow it to dry out before your next session is just to mist your palette down with a bit of water so that there's a bit more moisture content in this environment, and then you can use just a plastic bag like so that you can seal, and this will keep your paint perfect for a few days simply because this is sealed. It's almost like creating your own tube like this. So when you come back to your painting, you simply just open your sealable bag, remove your palette, and your paint will be ready to go for your next session. What is acrylic paint? Acrylic paint is a beautiful polymer that pigment is suspended in. Very complicated explanation, but you get different types of acrylic paint. Now this is called heavy body paint, and you will know that it is heavy body paint from the way that it keeps its shape. Now this is a good way, while I'm displaying to you why it's a heavy body paint, to see how I dispense my paint on the palette. So squeeze from the back and dispense a good dollop of paint onto your canvas, and then drag off just so that you can get the neck of your tube clean, and then always place the top back because you don't want your paint to dry out. I'm just going to show you again like so. And if you follow these basic studio practices, you will find that your paint will last a long time, a little bit goes a long way, and you won't need to replace your paint so quickly. Now, heavy body acrylic paint, it is described as that because you can see that the paint that I've dispensed keeps its shape. It doesn't flow into the canvas. Oh, sorry, the palette. Great, now you know what a palette is, what heavy body paint looks like, and how to dispense your paint on your palette, and even what alternative palettes you can use in order to get started. I'm all about saving some money and making life a lot easier to get your creative journey going. So I'm trying to eliminate any excuse that you might find in order not to begin. So don't let expensive palettes stop you from beginning your journey. Like I showed, you can use nearly anything at your disposal to get your journey started. So I'm excited to share some more tips and illustrations with you that's going to make your life a little bit easier to get going. So remember to subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask some questions, and I'll see you in the next episode and at a canvas real soon.